To everyone. If this is your first time on this channel, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I definitely appreciate it. It will help the algorithm and it helps to boost the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. For some of you all just coming on this channel, what I talk about here is geoeconomics. I talk about the travel space. I talk about different things, that can help you. So I hope you like the content on this channel. It's very difficult, doing this type of content. YouTube is very competitive, so I hope that I say something that can inspire you or help you. That's the reason for this channel. So let's see how many we got. We got two so far. We got Marcus. Then Marcus, what's up, brother? Just gonna wait till more people come in. Let's see how many so far. Still two people. Okay. I'll wait for more people to come into the live stream. Yeah, I heard that too, Marcus. I heard that too. Yeah, a surfer died in Costa Rica. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, you know, things like that happen. You have to be careful out there. Yeah, I heard about that too. Yep, someone was drugged and robbed. Yep, it was a guy, from what I heard, um, he had hired someone to show him around, like a tour guide or something like that. And what happened was he allowed the person to come into his house and they gave him something to drink and he became unconscious and they stole everything he had. Yep. You should never take a drink from somebody that you don't know. You never should do that. You should never do that. I always buy my own drinks. I see three people so far is in the chat. I'll wait till one more before I jump in. Yeah, it was a guy that did it. It wasn't a girl. It was a guy that drugged him. I, you know, I never take drinks. I never accept drinks from people I don't know. I never do that. That was a big mistake right there. Trusting somebody that you don't know with your drink. That is, I mean, we talked about this so many times, so I don't know how many times I have to, keep talking about this. I was expecting to be a girl. Yeah, I was expecting to be a girl too. Yep. But guys could do the same thing too. They can drug you. You can't trust nobody. You never trust a stranger with your drink. I always go to the store and get my own drinks. I never trust anyone, even people that I really know. Even people who I really, really know, I still don't trust them to go buy me a drink or anything because you never know. You never know. It can, that's how they get you. They you get your guards down, and once you do that, then they got you. Let's see how many are. Okay, it shows 11 people. I just want to say I thank you guys for coming on my live stream every. I try to do this every 2 weeks, and your support is very important. You guys are the reason why I come on here maybe twice a week and give you news and information of what's going on around the world and what's going on in the travel space. So I really need your guys' support. Sometimes I'm telling you, doing YouTube is not easy. That's why a lot of content creators they walk away and they don't want to do this because it's very extremely competitive. It's very competitive to come on here and try to create a channel that everybody will be engaged in. You know, And I really appreciate y'all for, for coming, for coming on and supporting me. I appreciate it. So if you're on the live stream, please let me know. Only person I see on here is Marcus. If you're on here, just give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up so I can jump right in to what's going on. I got some interesting stuff tonight that I think you all should know about. I got some very important stuff that you all should know about. I promise I won't be on here very long. I just wanted to share some information with you. So if you're here on the live stream, please let me know if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me or if you can see me. So far, I'm showing about 10 people. So far, if you're there, if you're watching, just give me a thumbs up. Just let me know that you're there before we start, okay? Because the only person I see here is Mr. Marcus. I just want to make sure that, that you hear me, that you see me, everything is good. Can you do that for me? Okay, who we have here? Okay, we have Mary Brandy. How you doing, Mr. Brandy? All right. I'm sorry, Marilyn Brandy. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time on this channel, please like and subscribe. That will be very helpful to this channel. Okay? I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in right quick. Let me see. Wait a minute, y'all can't hear me? Do I sound muted? Hey, Marcus, are you there? Do you hear me? Someone say I'm muted. Okay, you hear me? Okay, so I'm not muted there. It must be something wrong with your mic, sir. Yeah. D-Lark, something's wrong with your, I think it's something wrong with your phone because everybody else hear me. Hey, what's up, man? You said, did I ever do you said, did I ever do the Super Bowl show? Man, you know what? Gee, you must be an OG also, man. Man, I've heard the Super Bowl shuffle since back in the 80s, bro. Oh man, that is funny there. What's up? What's up? What's up, Hans? What's up, man? What's up? Say, what's up, OG? Speak in tongues for me. He said, speak in tongues for me. I wish I could. I wish I could speak in tongues for you. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? So good to see you, Joseph. Man, y'all my core subscribers, man. Y'all really be supporting me, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all are the reasons why I come on here at least twice a week, man, because of you guys. You guys support me. And like I said, this is not easy coming on here because I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not really a talker. I'm a very, very quiet person. If you met me in person, I don't say very much. Not very much. I don't talk very much. So for me to get on here and talk is like a lot. It's like a whole lot. If I met you somewhere else, I probably won't even speak too much. Let's see. Ain't wrong, but the OG let the Holy Spirit use. He said, let the Holy Spirit use you. I don't blame you, man. We need the Holy Spirit now, man, about these Epstein files. So, okay, let me jump into the first thing I just want to tell you guys about this thing about Bad Bunny. So what you guys heard about was a handful of Republican congressmen calling for Bad Bunny, the halftime show, to be investigated, okay? It was a GOP rep named Randy Fine and Mark Alford called for the FCC to launch a probe against the NFL and NBC. Even before the performance, MAGA allies slammed the NFL for applying a Puerto Rican rapper to organize competing All-American halftime show. So this guy, Bad Bunny, has been getting a lot of backlash um, about the performance. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I noticed is that there is a lot of hypocrisy out there. I'm going to explain it to you in a few minutes here. Tennessee Representative Andy O'Gell sent a letter house to the Energy and Commerce Committee on Monday, February the 9th. They said that the halftime performance was very sexualized. They said that it was a very lousy performance, and they wanted him to be investigated. But it was reported that Bad Bunny, the 30-minute show, would land a joyful dance party. It was very joyful. I didn't see anything wrong with the party. We talked about this before. You know, it was, I didn't see anything wrong with it. Matter of fact, the FCC said that they didn't see anything wrong with the performance, you know, so they dropped it. They dropped it. Let me see. I ain't nothing but a thing. Oh, okay, I see now, right? I'm selling mega hats for 3 for $40 that have a multiple color. Yeah, yeah. Let me buy one. How did you feel about the Mike Tyson and Mayweather's one? Oh man, that is so stupid. The Mike Tyson. Oh man, you know what happened? You know what happened to Floyd Mayweather, don't you? Y'all know what happened to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. I think he's bankrupt because someone, I think one of his managers or somebody, and Showtime, he's suing them for $300 million. And I heard that a lot of the checks that he, like it was his jewelry store that Mayweather's bought all this jewelry from. I think it's a total of $1.7 million worth of jewelry. And the guy is suing Floyd Mayweather's for the jewelry that he never paid back. So I'm thinking that Floyd Mayweather, I think he's broke because, I mean, you made all that money. Why do you need to fight again? Floyd Mayweather is what, 55 years old? Yeah, he had a strip club too. Yeah, yeah. But I think Floyd Mayweather is I think he's either close to or near bankruptcy because the jewelry store said he sent them 5 checks and every last one of them bounced. All those checks bounced. I think Floyd, I mean, and then Mike Tyson too. I mean, why do you need to fight? Why? Oh, you said Floyd Mayweather is 48? He's 48 years old? Yeah, it sounds like a very personal problem for Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, it does. Mike Tyson too. I mean, these guys are legends, heroes in their prime. To me, what they're doing is they're messing up their legacy to me. To see 2 old guys up there still fighting. But that shows you what happens when you don't manage your money. When you have other people that manage your money. Hey, how you doing from Poland? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, Mike Tyson's in his 50s. Let me find. Hold on. Let me find out. I thought Floyd Mayweather was in his 50s. Hold on. Let me find out. I'm gonna look on here on Google. What's the age of Floyd Mayweather's? Let me see his age. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yep, he's 48 years old. Okay, gotcha. Yep, and Tyson is 59. Absolutely. Right, right, right. 48 years old. Right. But I sure hate to see Floyd Mayweather go this, leave out this way, though, man. I mean, he's undefeated. He has something to be. There's no way that Mayweather should be broke. But that's what happened, guys, when you don't. This is what happens when you do not manage your money right. And that's what I talk about on my channel. I talk about the economic collapse. I talk about wealth building. I talk about all these type of topics when I'm on here. Let me see. You know about Andrew Galata? No, who's Andrew Galata? I don't know that. Who's that? I haven't heard of that before. Andrew Galata. Who's that? Let me find out who that is. Let's see. Hold on. Let's look on. Let's Google that. Let me see who that is. Let's see. Oh, he's a boxer. Okay. Okay, he's a boxer. Okay. When it comes to being rich, you have to be smart. Yeah. A lot of rappers and celebrities aren't ain't that smart they're not. They buy cars, houses, and jewelry and everything. Yep, I think Floyd Mayweather has to liquidate a lot of his assets. Let me see. Hold on for a minute. Is Floyd let me see. Mayweather's broke. Wow. Check this out. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Floyd Mayweather is not confirmed to be broke. They say despite reports in the late 2025 and early 2026 highlighting approximately 54 million in debt. They say he's 54 million in debt, including tax issues, lawsuits over unpaid luxury items, and foreclosures of property. While he's facing significant financial pressure and liquidity issue, he continues to invest heavily, notably in a large real estate portfolio. He can't even pay his bills. Wow, man, that's too bad. Okay, you say he fought Mike Tyson. Okay, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Right, right, right. Mayweather. Yeah, he should be living up. I think Floyd Mayweather's was actually his approximate wealth was close to $1 billion. He was close to being a billionaire. So I don't know. I don't know what I mean, how he messed up all that money, but it can happen. I mean, if you're worth almost excuse me, if you're worth almost $500 million, and they say you're 54 million, 54 million should be interest for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was a billionaire who committed suicide. Yeah, a lot of them do commit suicide. Yep, yep, yeah, a lot of them do. But I just wanted to tell y'all too about the hypocrisy of the entertainment. About these people that was talking about Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying? When I seen performers do worse things on the stage than what he did on the halftime. That's the part that I can't understand. I mean, I seen some performers that did some really nasty stuff on stage. Yeah, he made bad money decisions. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. These people, these MAGA people, I'm not against if you're for MAGA or if you're for Joe Biden, or if you're from the Democrats, whatever. I'm not either or. I'm not Democrat, Republican. I'm not for the left or right. I'm for right and wrong. If you're right, I stand with you. If you're wrong, I'm against you. But I said, you know what? The thing that I couldn't get over why they doing this to Bad Bunny is that I just never seen so much hypocrisy in my life. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm letting YouTube know that this part of the live, viewer discretion is advised. Okay? I may say you may hear some things, or I may say some things that may be a little offensive. It could be sexually explicit. So I'm just letting you know, just ahead of time. But I'm gonna be as clean as possible. I've seen this performer. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about this. Hey, what's up, Josh? What's up, Rachel Ryder? What's up? Hey, before I go on, I want y'all to do a favor for me. Hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, please. Please do that. They do that because you are the reason why I come on here. You guys are the life force behind this channel. Okay? You guys are the life force. Ladies and gentlemen, you are the reason why I come on here. Okay? Even it's difficult for me to talk, I still come on here. If you notice my voice, the way it sounds is because I had a condition that happened to me. Matter of fact, check out my video on my playlist called The Night I Woke and Lost My Voice. The night that my voice disappeared. That's the name of the video that is on my playlist. And I tell you step by step what happened, how I lost my voice, why I sound this way. But thank God I'm alive. It was really, it could have been much worse than what you see here. Thank God, God is good. Thank God for the Holy Spirit. Thank God for, making it not. It could have taken my life, but it didn't. So, yes, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Okay. One time I was watching a performance, and you see on the American Music Awards, you see on the Grammys, and you see some of these stars come up there on the stage, what they wearing. It's disgusting. And some of these performers, what they be doing and stuff up there is this. And that's the part that I didn't understand, the hypocrisy, why they throwing Bad Bunny under the bus like that. And basically, and then the person that's doing this doesn't even know Spanish. I know a little Spanish because I spent a lot of time in Colombia. So how can you condemn somebody about the lyrics, what they're saying, but you don't even know Spanish? When the FCC investigated and they listened to the lyrics of his music was about bringing people together, bringing everyone together. And see, the NFL, they looking into the future. They see what's getting ready. They see that a new world order is being developed. The NFL just can't be confined to the United States alone if it wants to survive. And people is afraid of change. They're afraid of it. Let me see. Michael said, "Why not act on things that was wrong? Speak up on something that you don't." Right? They don't understand it. That's why they hate it. They don't understand. But let me show you this. I'm gonna tell you about this concert I saw. Cardi B said that she is going to get rid of her BBLs once her tour is over and return to doing the Colombia supposedly. She better be careful with the BBL stuff. It's dangerous. A lot of women has died because of BBL. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. There's been several women that passed away because of having those BBLs. So Cardi B about to watch herself. But let me tell you what I saw on a performance. And nobody said a thing. And it's here on YouTube. But I'm not going to play it though. I was watching a concert. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm just doing an advisory right now to let you know viewer discretion is advised. I was watching a concert and there was a woman performing, okay? Packed audience, thousands of people was there. And I actually saw this, okay? Okay, she says on stage that she has to go to the bathroom, okay? One of the fans walked up on the stage. Okay, one of the fans got up on the stage and laid on the floor. She pulled her pants down, squatted over him, and she urinated all over him. Right there in front of thousands of people. Nobody said nothing. Nothing. I'm sitting there, I'm like, really? Seriously? It was like no big deal. He gets up and he just walks away like it was about nothing. It's on YouTube. I'm not going to play the video. And they say they have enough nerve to throw Bad Bunny under the bus, saying that he said sexually explicit language, but they don't even understand Spanish. And I see many other stars that get up there giving people the finger, doing all this ungodly stuff, and nobody says a thing. Nothing. No complaints, no nothing. But this man gets up here and talks about bringing unity to people. He had the American flag he was carrying around, the Puerto Rican flag. He had the Colombian flag. He had the Nicaraguan flag. He had the Venezuelan flag. He had them all, saying that we all are brothers and sisters. All of us. We are all part of the human race. That's the part that I couldn't understand. And I just can't understand, why is this country so divided, man? You can't just sit up there and just watch a halftime performance? Just have a good time? Because there's something that LeBron James said, is that sports is supposed to be something that brings people, usually it's something that brings people together from all races, from all walks of life. It brings people together. But the NFL, the reason why that they're putting people like Bad Bunny and other performers is that they know what's getting ready to happen. They know the new world order is going to evolve. It's going to be a different world in the next 20 years. And the NFL is not. Matter of fact, I think the NFL it shows in other countries too. So the franchise is really growing. It's good to see you, Chris. How you doing, sir? And then I hear about that you guys. Let me send me people up. Did you guys hear about, you say, do I support ICE? No, I really don't. I'm going to be honest with you. I talked about deportation on my last video. Let me just talk about that just a little bit. Then I'm going to get into another subject right quick. I seen a documentary the other day about deportation. Oh my God, man. I feel bad for people who get deported, man. Deportation is the worst of the worst, can be the worst thing that can ever happen to an individual. And people don't understand how deep the rabbit hole goes of deportation. Now, if you're in the country illegally, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand about we do have laws. But that documentary, man, when I saw some of the people being dropped off in places, man, just imagine. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Now, think about this for a while, since y'all brought this up. Just imagine being in this country for 30 years, and that's all you know is English. Like I said, I live in an apartment, right? I'm in the kitchen. I have a kitchen. Have a bathroom. Living room is over there. Bedroom is over there, right? Just imagine being in a place where there's no running water. This happened to you within a matter of days, just like that. You have no house to live in. You have no running water to live in. You don't know the language. You don't know the people. You don't know absolutely. It's like you've been dropped off somewhere and you have no idea where you are. Let me tell you something. If I was illegal, if I was a Colombian, was here illegally and get deported, I would love to go back to Colombia. At least I mean, Colombia is a beautiful place. That'd be a good place to get deported as in Colombia. I'm talking about places like Sudan. People are being deported there. I'm talking about places like Haiti. One lady says she got when she arrived in Haiti, she said when she got into the vehicle, when it was taking her, she said when she rolled the window down, she could smell the garbage. She could smell the garbage and the sewage and stuff like that instantly. Just it's like everything changed. Can you imagine that? And she said when she had to go to the bathroom, she had to go outside. She had to do everything outside. So just imagine you living in an area where there's no running water, there's no sewage, there's no nothing. So the only way people when they have to go to the restroom or anything, they do it outside. Can you imagine that? It's two sides. People can't be here illegally at the same time. If you move somewhere, a baby young age, don't remember. Remember, Jeezy, Ludacris are from Atlanta. Okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah. You talk about they wearing why they're flying those foreign flags. I don't know, sir. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know why they're doing it. But I'm saying deportation is when you hear some of those stories, man. There was one girl that was deported back to Mexico. She told her story, and she said when she got she went to a place, I think where her father lived or something. It was like in the outskirts somewhere. She said she saw dead bodies in the fields, people that was executed by the cartel. So what I'm saying is there are people There are people who are being deported to very dangerous areas. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if they don't know the country to handle back, I agree with you 100%. Now, this I was totally against deportation. I'm just saying that I wouldn't, people shouldn't be deported into dangerous areas. That's what I'm saying. Like in war areas, you know, where they won't be able to survive. That's what I'm saying. Because most of them that go to these places don't survive. That's what I'm saying. So many people, 18 people. Yeah, make sure y'all like and subscribe, okay? Well, anyway, did y'all hear about? They tried to mess with Michael Jordan about the kid. Did y'all hear about that? Man, these Epstein files, boy, woo wee. Mm. Man, oh man, oh man, it's opening up a whole can of worms, man. Let's see, Marcus, what you got here again? WWE star Jimmy and Jay Yusuf was born in San Francisco, California, but moved to Pensacola, Florida. He doesn't remember much about the San Francisco, but it says high school in Pensacola, Florida. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I'll be right back. We get another drink out. I'll be right back. Oh, man. Uh, yeah, they tried to get Michael Jordan, trying to get him mixed up in some messed up mess about the little boy. They tried to divert the Epstein files and people who's involved in that type of stuff. They're trying to divert to someone else. But the boy's father came out and said, no, Michael Jordan wouldn't do it. You think the GOAT? He's called the GOAT. Michael Jordan. Do you think he would do something like that? Do you think Michael Jordan would do something like that to a kid? Oh, wow, that was so inappropriate what he did with the way how he touched, the way how he touched that boy. They always try to divert from the truth. They always try to divert away from the truth, but you're not going to. Let me tell you something. The truth is going to always come up. Okay? So it's understandable, but you can't be here illegally. Yeah, I understand that. But you remember, everybody most of everyone that's here besides foundational black Americans are immigrants, really. If you think about it. If you think about it, though. Let me see how many people. We got 24 people here. Do a favor, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like, and subscribe. Well, let me tell you this. The Epstein files has been getting worse. They're finding out more stuff under the sun. They're not going to be able to sweep this away. The Department of Justice is not going to be able to sweep this under the rug.
there are some horrific abuses of young girls being uncovered in the Epstein files. So horrible, in fact. We're seeing videos, these are redacted videos, but they appear to be underage girls being forced to model or show themselves off or even perform sexual acts for the cameras, some with other people. These are all coming out in the files. And yet, where are the investigations? Where are the arrests? Why are we not seeing more? Why is it that this...
That's what I'm waiting for. Where are the arrests? Where are the arrests? But they don't talk about Michael Jordan? Are you the GOAT? Oh, look what he was doing. Oh, that was so inappropriate what Michael Jordan did. Come on, man. He was celebrating because he had a NASCAR victory. And he was with his friend and his son. And they were celebrating.
Administration wants to just sweep this under the rug and call it a Democrat hoax. Pam Bondi herself admitted that there was a ton of child porn in these files. Watch this.
There are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. And there are hundreds of victims. And no one victim will ever get released. It's just the volume, and that's going through right now. The FBI is diligently going through that. I haven't seen that statement, but I'll call him later and find out.
Wow.
Thomas Massey also recounted a time that he had dinner with Pam Bondi, and she said that it was just disgusting porn and nobody wants to see it.
Really happened back at the DOJ when Pam Bondi invited Jim Jordan and all the other Republicans on the House Judiciary Committee to come over for dinner. And they had DOJ China. Now, Pam Bondi didn't create the China. She was surprised to find out that the DOJ had China. But it had been decades since the DOJ had invited Congress to come over, and, it was to be a cordial dinner, and it was cordial. And before I went there, it was actually my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, suggested, I said, Jim Jordan told us we each get to ask one question of Pam Bondi, that she'll take questions. And I said, what do you think I should ask? And she...
Let me play for you this clip. This is Mario Nafal's show. He had on Dr. Garrison, who is a psychological and body language expert. And they talk about an email where a woman accused Jeffrey Epstein of offering to buy her baby. Watch this.
I'm not sure if we've mentioned it briefly in one of our previous discussions, but it's a long email about a girl talking about, she seems upset by seemingly he's not supporting her. She talks about how he promised to support her. He promised to be there for her, and she never asked for money. And now, he's not supporting her. Someone could, if people want to read it, they can read it themselves. I'm kind of summarizing it, but the end is the one that is really questionable. Mm-hmm. You made many unusual offers. You offered to buy my baby 6 months into our relationship and 6...
So did you hear that? They talk about that he tried to buy babies. This thing is getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Man, the rabbit hole is really going down on this one, man. This is really getting serious. And they need to start making arrests of the people who were responsible for this.
Have his own dentist, and that people want to go to that dentist. One of the theories is that there was there seemed to be some alluding to in the emails and the files that they were removing the teeth of children that one of the things that the dentist would do is remove the teeth of children so that the children couldn't bite. And that would be during sexual acts. For babies, buying a baby, some people are saying that the issue is a UCLA. So there was one of the emails where a UCLA professor who researches the brain and music had an email exchange with Jeffrey Epstein, where he basically said that if you play the sounds of the mother, that, like play the sound of the mother's voice, that they found in studies that preterm babies would suck pacifiers more vigorously. So they would suck harder when they heard their mother's voice. Now, why would a UCLA professor be emailing something like that to Jeffrey Epstein?
I just can't, you know what, man? This exploitation stuff goes so deep. And I'm just, man, they got, the Department of Justice got to take these people to, take these people to jail. Something got to be done about that. I mean, you're talking about, there's a possibility they was talking about over maybe hundreds of thousands of women were violated by Jeffrey Epstein. And we're just not talking about the ones in the United States. We talk about worldwide. And I got some stuff to show you guys about countries now are cracking down on a lot of stuff. You remember I had a video, I told you guys a video about tourists. Tourists are going into these countries. They're going into Colombia and places like that, getting with working girls, having relations with them, and recording them. I say, you got to be kidding me. So now Colombia has a law saying that if they catch you doing this, recording yourself with working girls and posting it up on social media or whatever, you will get 10 years in prison. But there are tourists that are going out there that's giving us a nasty reputation, man. So when people go and do stuff like that, you know what that does? You know what that really does? It puts a target on my head and it puts a target on your head. So when you go to Africa, when you go to Thailand, when you go to Brazil, when you go to Colombia, they look at your passport and see that you're American. Automatically, by default, it puts a target on you. What are you doing? I said this. I've been saying this since 2018. When I first started seeing a flood of information was coming in through social media, through Facebook, Instagram, these guys taping themselves with these women, talking about how easy they are, how much they pay for them and things like that. I said, it's going to be within a matter of time. I said, within a matter of time, they're going to rebel. There's nothing wrong with having a female on your videos. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're in Colombia, she's taking you to the Botero, if she's taking you to the castle, if she's taking you to the botanicals, if she's taking you to a place, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you got a nice girl, you're taking her out to dinner, y'all having lunch together, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm talking about sexually explicit videos. When you have a live streams of guys talking, oh man, I only paid $40 for this. Oh no, man, you should have went to Sabaneta. You could get it for $30 from there. Oh, the Venezuelans, oh, they're very cheap. I got one for $30. I mean, they're doing this on social media. And then you still got people who's walking around creep camming, putting girls on their thumbnails on their video. Let me ask you a question. Guys, let me ask you guys a question. What if your sister, your mom, your cousin, your niece was a working girl? It could be. And somebody takes a camera and put them on their thumbnail on YouTube. How would you feel about that? Oh, wow, thank you. Hey, brother, my brother, Willie Brown. Oh, my God, I'm about to cry. Willie Brown, thank you, brother. Thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Thank you, brothers. It's so good to see you, man. Willie Brown, thank you. You guys are the reason why I do this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the reason why I come on here. I just try to tell you guys the truth, man. That's all I try to do. That's all Tony Rome tries to do, is tell you guys the truth, man. I'm not perfect. I made mistakes too. You know what I'm saying? I make mistakes too. But we have to learn from our mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So we can move higher. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that everybody does this type of stuff, this type of disrespect. Believe me, I have made mistakes that I'm not proud of. So I'm not sitting here being all self-righteous, like, oh, those are the only people that do. I made mistakes too. I have. But I learned from them. And I want to pass this on to every last one of you on this live stream. But that's what really frustrates me, you know, because let me tell you something. I don't know if you all saw, but I did 2 YouTube shorts. And I use AI to do these shorts. You probably noticed that. It was an AI. The first one I did was about an OG like myself. I'm an OG. He was at a bar with a beautiful girl in Medellin, right? And he was very, very polite. He was very, how can I say, you know, he was dressed up very well groomed, very polite to the girl. Him and the girl had a drink and they had a dance. You know, the girl showed them a good time. That video did pretty well on these 2 shorts. It didn't do as good as I thought it would, but it did pretty good. And then I did another video. Matter of fact, check it out, guys. Check out my YouTube shorts. And I did another video of a guy that was invited to a dinner in Cartagena with another beautiful girl. I just want to bring class back to us again because our reputation has been so tarnished. American travelers and tourists, our reputation is being tarnished. Right, Marcus. See, Marcus, one thing I like about you, man, you tell the truth, man. Yeah. I want everybody to see that YouTube short, okay? I guarantee you will love it. You will love it. The guy, he walks into the door. The second YouTube short I did, the guy walks into the lady's apartment, hands her a bottle of wine, has a picnic basket. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring us I want to bring class back to dating, like the old school, like we used to do. Let me see. I put out a video where I did an interview with a Colombian woman. Chris, send me that video on Instagram. I want to see it. I see some of your videos, Chris. I see some of your videos. Hey, guys, let me tell you something. I wish I could put this on my channel. But Chris has a YouTube channel. I want everybody to support it. Chris, put your link in the description, okay, in the comment section. I want everybody to click on and join Chris's YouTube channel, man, okay?
And then Jeffrey Epstein, we see in other emails of him offering to buy babies And what we also know now from the emails is that Jeffrey Epstein and people in his circle were connected to foreign orphanages, foreign modeling agencies, adoption agencies, like foreign, it seemed to be.
Let me see. Okay, Process the Journey. Okay, that's the name of his channel, called Process the Journey, okay? It's called Process the Journey. It's the channel. So I want everybody to subscribe to Chris's channel. Chris, let me tell you something about Chris. He really knows his way around, like Costa Rica. He knows his way around to Colombia. He knows the cities in Barranquilla. If you need any questions about Colombia or any part of South America, Chris will be the person to talk to. He knows what he's doing, and he's safe when he does it. He said, I just saw Chris' video. It was only a girl in Barranquilla. He did an interview with her, 21 questions. Yeah, make sure I didn't see that, Chris. Make sure you send that to me on Instagram, okay? Make sure you send that to me on Instagram, brother.
Well, certainly foreign modeling agencies, but one could then deduce that there was some, how did he get these kids? And people here in the United States would know their kids are missing. They would report missing children. You wouldn't be able to get away with that. But what you could do, if you had a lot of money and you had your own private planes and you had all the connections in the world, literally, you could effectively get children from Eastern Europe, from Estonia, Latvia, Ukraine, poor areas in Eastern Europe, children that are in orphanages or children that end up in modeling agencies whose parents aren't either existent or turn a blind eye or negligent in some way. And you could get these kids somewhere else in the world and disappear them. And nobody would know. People that put their children up for adoption, let's say, or maybe the parents died, would think and hope that the child ended up in a loving home because that's where they were said to have gone. Or maybe they put them in a modeling agency and the modeling agency says, oh, good, the good news is she's now a successful big model in New York. We shipped her off to a New York agency and now she's living the big life in New York. Nope.
That is disgusting. So they think even younger children was involved in the sex trafficking with Jeffrey Epstein. Because you know what was so sad about it? You got people that's so rich and so powerful, they think they can do whatever they want to do. And I pray that these women get justice. I let you guys hear a woman. She was only 14 years old. And she was taken advantage by Jeffrey Epstein. It made me cry. Actually, it did. Because I could just see in her eyes. It just broke her. It just broke her all to pieces, man. But they got to do something about it. They're going to have to move on this. They can't ignore this. They can't. They can't sweep this under the rug. Because this situation is getting worse. It's getting worse. And I'm going to tell you guys something. That's going to blow your mind. It's not just men are doing this, but women are doing the same thing. Yes. It doesn't matter. It happens on both sides. It happens more on, you got more women are being abused, but also you have young men, young boys are being abused. Let me tell you this, like I said, viewer discretion is advised. I heard a story on here on YouTube. They got these YouTube channels called these crime stories. They tell you about different crimes and things like that. Law and Crime, the Crime Network, something like that. And they show you about these stories about different people. You know, they're breaking the law and things about justice. Like they talked about the thing that happened with Shannon Sharp. They talked about the thing that happened with Diddy. You know, these lawyers, they analyze the case and things like that. But I heard something really disgusting too. Man, these detectives, man, some of the stuff they do, they have to go through and see. I really give them kudos what they see. But sexual abuse, this is a worldwide problem. We got to fix this problem, and we got to really change the laws and make sure that when people do stuff like this, they cannot get away with it. The worst out there, like I said, you got women who's out here doing this, the students. There was a guy, I'm gonna tell you a story I heard on Law and Crime. It's a YouTube story. It's right here on YouTube. You can watch it. And they talk about these type of cases, and these detectives talk about these type of cases. And there was one that I thought that was just really, really bizarre how deep this stuff goes. Like I said, viewer discretion is advised. They probably might demonetize this video. A guy married a woman. Okay, he married the woman, and he had kids. Most of them were teenage children. He had a son that was 16, and I think he had a daughter that was around 13 or something like that. And that's why you have to be careful who you bring around your children. Be careful. The man went to work. He went to work, came back home, but his wife didn't work. She was there with the children, right? Comes back home early and catches his wife with the son that was 16, 17 years old. It just blew him away. And he called the detective. Detective came. At first, he denied it. Detective arrested her. And finally, she confessed what she did. I'm hearing more and more stories like this that's happening too in schools, where teachers do what they're not supposed to be doing. I'm not going to get too involved, talk about this a little bit too much. I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. But this is not just a female problem, but it's not just a male, but it's a female problem too. It's a worldwide problem. And I just don't want to see nobody get hurt, man. It's everywhere. This problem is everywhere. Then they found out, let me tell you another thing about reason why a lot of countries are cracking down on tourists coming to their country. There was this is what they say it was a Russian guy who was bouncing around from country to country, from different African countries, taking advantage of young women, young girls. He was going to Kenya, he was going to Ghana, and he was going to other African countries. And not only was he getting with these girls, these young girls, he was taping it and he was selling the videos. That's why, too, I'm telling you, it's getting to a point where it's going to be dangerous to being a tourist. Because you got these damn people out here that's doing all this nasty stuff.
I'm sure by now many of you know about the viral story of a Russian tourist wearing video recording glasses, picking up young women in Kenya and Ghana, recording sexual activities with these girls, and even selling them and posting them online. In this video, we're going to analyze why this is a much bigger problem than it looks like on the surface. And if anyone is actually interested in stopping this, if anyone is outraged, then we have to deal with the root cause of this problem, which is in fact much deeper and connected to the general exploitation of the continent of Africa. So if you're interested in understanding the root cause so we can fix the problem, then this video is for you. If you don't know me, my name is TJ. I'm Nigerian and British mixed, and on this channel, we talk about African geopolitics. So to date, an alleged 40+ women have been associated with this Russian tourist individual. Many of them have reportedly filed complaints, both in Ghana and Kenya, stating that they were recorded without their consent engaging in sexual acts. Even worse, these recordings were allegedly put online and sold, which I think for most of us, we could all agree would be an absolutely horrifying and humiliating ordeal. So some action is being taken. And before we get into the main video, let's look at what Ghana is doing about this.
In this instance, I'm sure you're referencing the Russian gentleman who came into the country.
Let me tell you something. Ghana is pissed. The country of Ghana, Africa, they are pissed. And they want this guy to be extradited back to Ghana.
Yesterday, I caused the ministry to send an invitation to the Russian ambassador. I intend to see him this week and have a conversation with him. We're taking a very strong view of it. The individuals involved are not minors. None of them is a minor. They're grown-up adults who made decisions. What the Cybersecurity Authority is interested in, and my ministry is interested in, is not in the moral judgment of the individuals. It's in the non-consensual sharing of the videos that were posted online. That is a crime.
See, that's what I was just talking about. That tourists are doing. I just talked about this. And he just said it. You got tourists are going into these countries, into Thailand, Colombia, Brazil, Africa, all these places, and taping this stuff with these working girls without their permission and posting it on social media. That's why they don't have no respect for us. You know what Colombia said about us? You know what the Colombians told me about us? They said that our tourism is garbage. That's what they said. They said that they said, this is what they told me personally. I'm not saying everybody's like this. I'm not saying this, but the bad people is making it bad for the good people like you and me and people on this live stream. It's making it hard for. They think that. They say you never talk about the plantations, the coffee, the banana plantations. You never talk about the castles, the historical, the historical places. You never talk about the food, the culture, the culture. They think the only reason why we go down there to these countries is for sex tourism. America pay for much of the, yeah, they pay for much of the drugs. Absolutely. They pay for much of the drugs. They call it, the Colombians call it trash tourism. And when I go down there, I try to tell them, I say, well, we all not like that. There are some good, good Americans, good Europeans that come down there, and just want to enjoy the and I'm hearing, because these girls, I got a lot of friends in Colombia. I do. I talk to them every single day. Every day I talk to them. And they be telling me that, a lot of the tourists that come down there, they're not interested in a relationship or anything that dealing with marriage. They just want a quick lay. That's it. They said they'd be approaching them with their passports, say, oh yeah, baby, I'm an American, I got a passport, or I could take care of you, I could do this. But one thing they tell me, this is what they tell me. They said, the one thing I find strange is, why do you come down here looking for women? You can't get women in your own country? Why are you coming here for? That's the first thing that goes in their mind. But now you got tourists that are taking this on another level, which they're actually having sex with these women, and they're recording it, and they're posting it without their consent. That's a crime. And in Colombia, they said, if they catch you doing this, if a woman make a complaint against you, you could get 6 to 10 years in the Colombian prison for that.
It's not a crime to be able to convince a man or a woman to go into your room with you in 6 minutes. That's not a crime by the law. That's a personal decision to make. But it is a crime to record
That's sad, man. That's sad. That's really sad.
And even when you record and keep it on your phone, and the person finds out and reports to us, we'll prosecute you and you go to jail. That's the law of the land. Now, you don't just record it, but you go and post it on a website for financial gain. That gentleman will be looked for. We will activate every resource in our disposal, working with Interpol. The way we've worked with Interpol to extradite Ghanaians to other jurisdictions, we will request the Russian authorities, and that's why I've invited the Russian ambassador.
You hear that? It's an international crime to do that. And a lot of those countries do have extradition. So the U.S. government can't save you if we go down there acting the fool down there doing that type of stuff. But guys, be careful, man. Just go there. When you're going to these countries, just have a good time. Don't worry about the ladies. Forget about them, Enjoy the food, enjoy the culture. You know what I'm saying? Go to if you want to go to experience the nightlife, there's nothing wrong with that, because I experience the nightlife, when I go, But show respect for the culture and the people of these countries that we go to.
To work with our law enforcement, we want the gentleman to come to Ghana, to be brought back to Ghana, extradited to Ghana, for him to face.
They want him to be extradited.
Ghanaian citizens, irrespective of their decision making, will be protected by their government. The government of John Dramani Mahama will ensure.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. It's not
protected. And you cannot record a citizen without their consent and air that.
Right, without their consent. You cannot record nobody without their consent. But why would you want to record somebody anyway that you're with? Why? You record it up here in your head. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Plan a trip to church. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you that 100%. You see, that explains why those marriage agencies Some girls wait years for someone to pick them up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But what I want you guys to do, and girls that's on here, everybody do a favor for me. Hit that like button and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. When you subscribe, hit that notification bell, because when you do that, when I do a live stream, when I come on, you will know. They will see your notification. And when I post videos, you would know. Because if you don't hit that bell icon, then when I post something, you won't know nothing about it, okay? They need to go to church. And can I tell you guys something? Most of y'all probably ain't gonna want to hear this. Most of y'all probably not gonna want to hear this. But when you do what God tells you to do, and when you read your Bible, it tells you about these type of things, it will save you a whole lot of unnecessary pain. I'm seriously. It will save you a whole lot of unnecessary pain. Because everything in it is the truth. It's the truth, I'm telling you. Because you can make one mistake, it can cost you your whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to be extremely careful when you travel to these different countries, when you interact with these women and things like that, because it only takes one mistake. Just one mistake. You could be in a room with the girl and everything and stuff like that. Next thing you know, you got the police coming. You got law enforcement coming there saying they're taking you to jail because of sexual battery or something, a trumped up charge or something like that. So that's why I do these live videos, so we all can come in together and we can talk about this. You know what I'm saying? So we all could be safe when we get out there.
Post that online. That constitutes a crime under the Cyber Crime Offences Act, the Cyber Security Authority Act, CSA Act 1038 of Ghana, passed in 2020 by Parliament. So we will work on it. We're working on it. We'll be with my Lelu team at Cybersecurity is building a full docket. Whether we have the gentleman or not, I intend for us to file a full prosecution. We'll make a representation before the courts, try him in absentia, and get judgment if he fails to show up. But
no, I'm not no retired. I'm a retired military. No, I'm not retired military. No, sir. No, sir. I'm an OG. I'm just the OG. That's all I am, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been around for a while. I'm not old. I'm not really, really young, but my voice made me sound even more older. So I gotta get this thing. The doctor's gonna fix this for me. I guarantee when I get my voice fixed, I will sound much different. But I just give information to keep you guys safe. Because when we get out there on those planes, and when we land into that country, wherever it is that we're going to, whether it be Thailand, Colombia, the African continent, Costa Rica, whatever, we never know which. You said I look over 65. No, I'm not over 65, brother. Oh, he made me feel bad. Mm-mm. No, I'm not over 65, brother.
not let this go. I mean, my colleague Minister for Gender has issued a statement as well, because most of these victims were women. But we would pursue
Oh, he said I don't.
legal conclusion and ensure.
I'm sorry, you said I don't look over 65. Thank you. Look at these muscles. Look at this. I feel great. Look at this. Yeah, I keep myself in good shape.
that this never happens again. But once again, to our countrymen and women, we urge caution. We urge caution. I mean, we need to be minded about some of these things and careful. But on the legal parts, we will do our part.
Now, it's good that the authorities are doing something to prosecute this crime.
Now, you see that? You know what I'm saying? That's sad that they're talking this way. That you got tourism, people coming in their country and disrespecting their women that way. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is when these people act this way, it makes us all look bad. All of us look bad. It's really sad when one person do something bad, we all are guilty. We all are guilty. No, I wish I did. I wish I did retire to Colombia. No, I haven't retired there. I wish I did. I visit there all the time, but I don't. My goal, let me tell you something, my goal is to retire there. It's a beautiful country, though. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful country. I love the food. The people there are nice to me all the time. When I go to the resort that I stay, they always make my favorite sandwich. It's called the hamburger gosa chicken crispy sandwich. Man, it's delicious, man. And they give me some French fries, real fresh. Everything is fresh. Everything is fresh. I love it there, man. Love it there. Love it there. Beautiful. I would advise anybody to go to Colombia. Colombia is a very, very beautiful country. Beautiful place. Nice people. Landscaping is tremendous.
Hello family, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about the controversial Russian man. There's a scandal going on in Africa, to be specific, Kenya and Ghana, but also I've heard that.
Let me see, you said once I asked for the hamburger, I got ham. You said you got ham. Okay, you said you got ham. Yeah. I asked for the hamburger goso chicken pollo. The pollo with cuesta. Pollo with cuesta. That means with cheese. And they make the crispy sandwich and they put the cheese, they put the lettuce, tomatoes, it's really good. It's really good. And it tastes different from over here. There's no place I can find where I live they can make a very good chicken crispy sandwich like Colombia can do for me. And they do have let me see. Colombia has everything because the beaches, the rainforest, exotic animals. See, this is Chris, the process of journey. Listen to what he's saying. Guys, please make sure you subscribe to Chris's channel, please. Because Chris knows what he's talking about. Listen to what he says. He said Colombia has everything from beaches to rainforests to exotic animals and coffee farms. Yeah, coffee, there you go. See, these are the things that people on their channels don't talk about. They don't talk about the rainforest. They don't talk about the exotic animals. Oh man, they got some beautiful animals, man. Beautiful animals, beautiful bird. And matter of fact, Colombia has the most diverse bird species of birds in the world. They have the most diverse species of different types of birds any place in the world. One day, I'm not making this up. One day I woke up and I seen this beautiful bird, man. It was, oh my God. It was going, I was like, what is that noise? I go out there, I look out the window, and it was this really beautiful, big, beautiful bird. Had streaks of hair like red, yellow, green, stripes across his head. It was the most exotic, beautiful looking bird I ever seen. Beautiful bird. But yes, they do have a very diverse animal species And there were people there that would take you around and show you that stuff. See, this is stuff that we should be like posted on YouTube, about, the culture, the diversity, the landscape and things like that. And they really like that type of stuff. But they don't want that type of tour people just coming down there for sex tourism, going down there for the, where the girls at, where the women at, where the baddies at, you know what I'm saying? You have to be, they don't like that. And you wouldn't like that either. You wouldn't like that either. I'm saying I went to the whale watching a few years ago in Buenos Colombia. It was a crazy experience seeing such large animals coming out the water. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Guys, please subscribe to Chris' channel. Hook up with this guy. He knows what he's talking about. He knows much more than I do. He's done much more in Colombia and other places than I have. So the name of his channel is Process the Journey. Process the Journey, okay? Process the Journey. This is where you want to go. Chris, make sure you send me that Instagram link, okay, to that interview. I would like to hear it. I never got a chance to see it.
He was also in South Africa. We'll get into it in a little bit. But I want to share with you what the scandal is about and the controversy. And I want to talk about it. I have a lot to say. I want us to dissect it. This is not an easy conversation. It's definitely a deep conversation, and it's complicated. You can't just look at it from one direction, in my opinion. You have to look at it from different dimensions, and that is what I want to talk about today. Hope you can hear me and see me clearly. So, who's this infamous Russian man?
The woman that's talking right here, her name is Rangel. She's Ethiopian, and she is gorgeous. That's one place. I got a bucket list. I got 2 places I'm going to go. I promise you. This is my 2 bucket lists. I got to go to Brazil, and I got to go to Ethiopia. This young lady here that's talking right now, her name is Rangel. She has a channel. Please subscribe to her channel too. She is one of the most beautiful Ethiopian women I've ever seen. And they give it, and I've heard very good things about Ethiopian women. They're beautiful, they're very cultural. You know what I'm saying? They make good wives. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of them being money crazy or anything like that. There's another YouTubers. Yeah, there are slaves in Africa. It is. This sexual exploitation goes deep, man. It goes deep. Yes, there are slaves in Africa. Matter of fact, listen to what she's saying.
Apparently, there's this Russian man that traveled to Africa. He is labeled as a pickup artist because he is wearing glasses, the ones that are like Meta. You can record them as you're using them, and people don't know that they're being recorded, even though there's a light right there, like a really tiny light. Most people don't know that they can be recorded that way, so they don't know they're being recorded. So basically, this man was going around recording women with his glasses without them knowing, talking to them. That's why he was called a pickup artist, because he'll tell them, come to my place, or let's exchange contacts, let's get to know each other. And he'll post it online, and we've all seen, I'm pretty sure, at least the ones that are online have seen some of these videos of women he has targeted, and they just follow him to his hotel, and some he'll show you as they're leaving. So basically, he targets women, they have interaction, intimacy, and he films that, and then they leave, and then he posts it without their knowledge, without their consent. And he didn't do this to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. many women, like lost count of them.
Jay,
They
what's
keep
up,
coming
brother?
forward with their stories. Unfortunately,
What's up, Jay? How you doing, brother? Hey, brother. What's up? Jay, I want to thank you for your comments that you make on my videos, man. I really appreciate them. Thank you for showing support. I have a favor from you guys. Please comment on my videos. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all comment here on the live, but on the actual video, I don't get very many comments on my video. That kind of helps the channel to grow and everything like that. You know, I really appreciate it. But Jay, one thing about Jay, he always sends me a comment, and I always respond to every comment that's made on all my videos. Okay. And please, everybody, if you just new on this channel, hit that like button, subscribe, please. And hit that notification bell. When I come back on and do a live stream, you'll be notified. If you don't hit that bell icon, every video I put out there, every live stream, you will not get the notification, okay? Let's see. The Russian dude, and I forget, that's what I'm talking about. Caught the Winter Olympics. Okay, yeah.
I don't know how true it is. I heard a woman took her life after hearing about his HIV status. That is also not confirmed. They are saying that he has been spreading HIV. And
wow.
That is...
Now they're saying this guy is going from country to country, getting with these women, and purposely spreading HIV. Wow, man. They're going to have to extradite this dude. I don't know what the Russian authorities, I don't know what they're going to do. But this is going to give Russia a very bad reputation in the African continent. Putin's going to have to move on this. Vladimir Putin is going to have to move on this.
The controversial scandal that has happened this few days, it's everywhere you go. And the reaction towards that, especially coming from Kenyan men and Ghanaian men and men, African men in general, is that these women are easy. These women are just allowing him to take them home. These women are a disgrace. If it was us, if it was a local man, an African man, they wouldn't have been this easy.
Mm-hmm.
They have shown themselves. They are materialistic. They are this, they are that. We've heard it and seen it all. And there have been skits that have been made as well. I watched a few of them. They're funny, but based on what has happened, right?
You say DC Bro Rob just put a video out on a man beaten and killed. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be, you know what, and what's so sad about Bangkok and Thailand, those places, those people, they're very nice people. You have to really get on their bad side for them to attack you. He said YouTube Passport OG was saying that he didn't have to pay the excess tax, unlike dumb black men in this video on this. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, Jay.
And let me tell you something. I get where the men are coming from. Let me start from there. I understand why the men in those countries feel like, how come when I approach women, when I approach girls, the response I
That's
receive
okay, Jay. I know what you mean.
go away, or I have to work hard to get their attention. But when this white man, this Russian man, came and just said, hello, I don't speak much English, but can you come? Or can I take your number, or can I take you out? They said yes to him. Why would they do that? And I get that. I get that sense of it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Why are you so eager to go with this man, right? Understandable. What I want to talk about is the deeper problem that we're looking at right now. What is the deeper problem? Why did these women jump at the first sight of this Russian man? Why? Is it the color of skin, the color of his skin? Of course, but it's not just the skin, it's what the skin represents. In this world that we're living in, people believe, not just women, by the way, people believe.
And they think that these women are easy, you know what I'm saying? But that's what the exploitation comes in. The exploitation comes in when you think like you're from America, you're from a richer country, and these women are poor. They don't have anything. You know what I'm saying? Because see, I've dated foreign poor women before. I have. And some of them, they live from day to day. Don't know. I met one girl, I met one female. And she said that from day to day, sometimes she don't know how she's going to eat. And then you have people that capitalize and exploit that. They exploit it. They exploit these women. But you know what? I'm going to tell you this, guys. Life is very short. We don't know when our last day is coming. It could be today, it could be tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. And I just want you guys, you know, the reason why I do these lives is because as me as an OG, let me tell you what I saw today. I saw of some pictures that I took back in Colombia with some friends of mine, good friends of mine. And what Google Photos do, they create these slideshows for you, these albums, these slideshows, and they send them to you. And they sent me these pictures of my friends that I'm taking pictures with. We at the restaurants, we doing things together and stuff. And I look at the date of the videos, of the pictures. And those pictures were taken 6 years ago. I was like, wow. I say 6 years? Went by that fast? I was like, wow. I say 6 years went that fast. Where did the time go? Where did it go? We only have so much time to be on this earth. Like I told you, you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Yep, Marcus, remember. I was on the romance tour 6 years ago. Guys, you don't got that much time here. I'm just saying. Don't waste your time in going to these countries, you know, trying to conquer working girls and all that type of stuff. Don't do that. What I want each one of you all to do a big favor for me before I leave this live stream. hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I really, really appreciate that. Please do that for me. Do it for me. It costs you absolutely nothing. Hit that notification bell. Okay? Another thing I want to tell you is don't waste your time. Time is a gift. It's a gift. I am 61 years old. 61. Will be 62 this year, which I will be eligible for Social Security. It was, I'm not making this up. It was like yesterday that I was 30 years old. And when I first turned 30, I said, oh, wow, I'm getting old. I thought I was getting old when I turned 30. I said, oh my God, I'm 30 years old. I'm old. I'm old. But I made it to 62, 61. And watch my video, watch my live stream, watch my 2 YouTube shorts about the OG with the girl in Medellin and the guy with the girl in Cartagena. I guarantee you, you guys are gonna watch that video over and over. I watched that video, even though it didn't get very many views. It got some, but not a lot, because people don't like those type of videos. They don't. The video have class to it, brothers. It shows us with class. We just not a bunch of heathens that's going out into these countries and just laying up with working girls and soliciting to working girls. We're better than that. And that's why I find a little frustrating about doing YouTube videos sometimes, or doing content creation on social media. Nobody likes videos like that anymore. They just want to see ass and tits. That's all they want to see. I jumped on Instagram the other day. That's all you see was nothing but pornography, basically. There's one girl on there. I'm not mentioning her name or anything like that. But she has a channel on Instagram, right? That's all she uploads is sexually explicit videos. She only uploads 100 videos of herself and got over 1 million followers. She has over 1 million followers. But that's all they want to see. That's all people want to see. She's flopping her stuff, I mean, cheeks flapping everywhere, twerking and all that stuff. That's all they want to see. They don't want to see anything classy anymore. And sometimes, I'm going to be honest with you, I feel very, extremely discouraged. Because in order for a lot of these content creators, I know, and some of them complain about this, they say the only time when they get views when they have to put a female in their video. Why do I have to put a female on every video that I do? Why? Why? Let me read some of these. I'm sorry, let me read some of these comments. They say, Marcus, are you going to retire and go to Colombia? They say, Chris said, the years go by faster as you get older. That's right. I remember when I was young, it seemed like it took forever to get to Christmas. Yes, you're right, Chris. It's like I remember too. It's like when I was younger, summer was very long. Summer was very long, and it's like we were when we used to get out when I was in elementary school. When we get off of summer vacation, the summer seemed like it lasts. But right now, I'm looking outside right now. We just had a winter. It looks like spring is almost is kind of approaching. I'm hearing thunder and lightning outside as we speak. But you're right. You're right, Chris. Let's see. Marcus said, the moral of the short is that you should respect. Yeah. But the Colombians should like you for who you are and not what you provide. Right. Colombians should look past the economic country. Yeah, that's true. You're absolutely right. But that video just gives me a good fresh, it's like a breath of fresh air. I don't know why it does. Yeah, summer break was like 3 months long. Yeah, that's true. It was like 3 months long. Absolutely. Excuse me. I found a new travel content creator on Instagram that now lives in indigenous village in Ecuador, and he Medellin. Yeah, you showed me that video, Chris. I saw it. Yeah. I just hope he treats her well. I just hope he treats her well. That he takes good care of her. You know, he having a baby by the girl, he should support her and take good care of her. But I've heard stories, Chris, of especially, I'm not saying all, but I've just heard stories. I'm not saying this, I'm not for sure if this is true or not, but I've heard stories about like the Chinese sometimes they do business in Africa, in certain countries of Africa, you know, certain African countries. You know what I'm saying? They open up businesses and stuff because China is building a lot of infrastructure and doing a lot of things in Africa. So what I was hearing is that a lot of the Chinese guys were interacting with the African women and getting them pregnant. And then they would leave, just jump up and just go. And just leave them there without no support, anything with the baby. So, you know, sometimes you have foreigners that come into these indigenous countries, these indigenous, you know, communities, and with these women, and they have sex with them, get them pregnant, and then they just go. Just leave them, you know, without nothing. So long as he takes care of her, long as he treats her good, I'm down for it. Down for it. Let's see. Yep. All right, guys. I'm getting ready to jump off this live share. I've been here for almost 2 hours. Again, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And make sure you guys comment on my videos, okay? When I do these streams like that. Yeah, comment on here, but comment when the stream is over, you know. That really helps the video too. And like it and subscribe. And that pushes my channel up for it to be able to grow and I can be able to reach more people, okay? God bless. And thank you again, Willie Brown, for the super chat. Thank y'all so much. Eric, thank you so much for the Cash App. And also Marcus, thank you very much for the gifts. You know what I'm saying, for the super chat gifts and everything. That really helps the channel a lot. Thank you very much. Okay, comment. Thank you. Thank you. Jay, you the only one that really comments, man. Thank you, Jay. I love your comments, and I always reply to them. I thank you so much. I thank all my core subscribers and supporters of this channel. Yes, I will be going back to Colombia. Yes, I will. I'm looking at between May and June. Oh, something I want to tell y'all. This is very important. Very important before I jump off this live. Very, 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 very important. Do not renew your passport at the same time when you get ready to go out of the country. Do not do that. Okay? Let's say if you're renewing your passport, let's say you're on your way to Brazil, and you get ready to go, you get ready to go to Brazil. But before you embarked on your trip, you went on there to, let's say if you had about a year to go before your passport is expired. And then you decide to go on a Brazil trip. Then you say, well, I want to renew my passport. And you do the renewal process, but you still got your old passport that says it doesn't expire until next year. What happens is, this is what I found out. Please listen to this. It cancels out the old passport. It automatically cancels out the old passport. So when you get to your destination, there's a possibility that your passport is invalid. So just make sure when you go, wherever it is you go, make sure all that is taken care of before you step on any plane, before you head out to any country, okay? Because I hear that's been happening to a lot of people. They renew their passport, but still got their old passport, which is not really quite expired yet, but they find out that that the passport has been invalid. So just be careful, okay? I got a notice on that today, so I just wanted to spread that out to you, okay? Let me see. Bless you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Miss Trinidad Carnival. I know. And I missed the Barranquilla Carnival too. I want to go to the Barranquilla Carnival. I got to get back to Barranquilla to see Esther, man. She was the first Colombian woman that I fell in love with. And sometimes she does call and keep in contact with me. I haven't seen Esther, oh my God, in 6 years. I haven't seen her. That was my first love. First Colombian love I fell in love with was in Barranquilla. Yeah. They always have the Barranquilla Carnival in February. Yeah, Colombia is having that carnival. Yeah, that real carnival, man. Woo-wee! It'd be off the hook, man. I was watching some of Ace videos. He was at the man. They really know how to party down there in Brazil, man, with that carnival. Yeah, they know how. One day, I'm telling you, on my bucket list, man, I am going to Brazil, and when I go, maybe I'll go doing the carnival, man. That would be just completely wild going down there for that carnival, man. See, Brazil Rio is live. I saw some live feeds. Yeah, it's live, man. I saw Ace's video down there. And the women, the ladies are very friendly. They're very excited. They show you a good time. You're dancing around. Yep. See, the New Orleans, USA, good for a day after the travel space. Yeah, they're pretty good. Yep. Okay, guys. God bless. I love you all very much. Make sure you, again, before I step off here, make sure you like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next video. If I bring anything else come up. One thing I've been watching is the war in Iran. If anything happened with that, I would definitely bring you some news about that, because that is very, very concerning. Okay? Good night. I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you again for the super chats. Thank you for the cash apps. Thank you for everything.